Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well, Jared with Old School Gaming, and welcome back to another PokeTalk. Yeah, still no trades as of right now, but after the next session, actually all trades are going to be taken care of for now. Or at least for then, I should say. You'll understand once I get into the next PokeTalk. So we did get a TM42, which is Dream Eater, and giving that to Drowsy, because after all, for some reason, despite the Pokedex entries, Drowsy doesn't actually learn Dream Eater. This is, of course, fixed in 2nd Gen and beyond, at least when Drowsy is actually included. But yeah, in 1st Gen, have to give Dream Eater to Drowsy. Right, then the HM for Flash, HM05. Yeah, that just went straight to Mr. Mime. It's kind of hard, or rather it was kind of hard to decide exactly where, like who got Flash, because, it's not an attack, and the only thing it does is reduce accuracy of, whatever Pokemon I'm up against. Or rather, that Mr. Mime would be up against. Eventually. I mean, hell, can't even control Mr. Mime right now since he's a trade, and yeah. I'm running everyone up to level 35 now. With, of course, the number of exceptions of, the different ones I'm holding for evolution, and all the traded Pokemon, because they're not going to obey me anymore. Now, speaking of HM Pokemon, there are, of course, the 5 HMs. There's Cut, Fly, Flash, Surf, and Strength. And thing is, I am going to need some of them in order to actually, progress. So, yeah, even though Yellow ended with Tobiume, or Oddish if you prefer, Red is actually going to be starting there and then counting 6. And, yeah, I'm just going to be going from there just because the count, like where I'm counting what Pokemon to include, that's, that what Pokemon have HMs can affect how I count. Either, like if it's way, way off, then, okay, yeah, it's just included because I need this Pokemon to complete this area. But if it's close enough that, I can count it as part of the 6, then that's what I'm going to do. And of course, since Blue can't even control Oddish, since Oddish is exclusively left out of Blue, yeah, Oddish will still be on the next team even for Blue, just, it won't be taking place in any battles. It'll just be, the 6, instead of rotating through 6, Blue will be rotating through 5. And actually that is going to be the case when going through Rock Tunnel for all 3, since Mr. Mime, being a traded Pokemon in all 3 versions, learn Flash, so it's just going to be, everyone's just going to be rotating through 5 instead of rotating through 6. And, that might be the case with certain others, or at least with certain other journeys. Hey, this Pokemon has to be included, and if I can control it, then it's going to be part of the team. If I can't control it, then it's just going to sit there and I'm rotating through 5 instead of 6. And that's really all there is to say at this point. I mean, that was Route 11, not really too much to talk about. Wasn't really too much, except for, the whole return to Route 2 in Pewter City to, get the random items and Dream Eater and the Old Amber. Oh, yeah, and of course, trade for Mr. Mime. That's very important. And of course, get the Flash from Professor Oak's aid. Now, let's choose 3 Pokemon. Yeah, I want to try and stick to Pokemon that all 3 versions have caught. and I'm starting to run out. But I haven't quite run out yet. So, let's see, we've got... Let's just start with, let's start with Bellsprout, then Diglett, and... Oh, why not? Mew. Yeah, let's just throw Mew up in that corner for a bit. So, Bellsprout. Yeah. Out of, all the different Pokemon I've caught so far, Bellsprout definitely has to be the second best grass type. Second only to Bulbasaur. Yeah, it's definitely much better than Oddish, that doesn't even learn any normal type attacks, and hell, Bellsprout at least has Wrap, so that's something. And, learning some pretty decent moves. I mean, hell, well, no. No, Blue trained it, and it has learned, because Red hasn't done any training with it recently, or grinding, I should say, but Blue has, and hell, it's already, learned Razor Leaf, which is just awesome, more powerful than Vine Whip. And of course, kind of similar to Oddish, Bellsprout has, a total of 3 stages. Of course, there's Bellsprout, eventually, or rather quickly, constantly begging to evolve into Weeping Bell, and then would need another Leaf Stone to evolve all the way into Victory Bell. And, like, through the whole evolution process, Bellsprout to Victory Bell, it's actually a pretty damn decent grass type. Especially with, well, okay, you can't catch it in Red, but, like if you have Blue and you didn't start with Bulbasaur, hey, get Bellsprout. It's a fantastic grass type, and, well, maybe not the, the fastest. I mean, hell, it is a grass type. I don't think grass types are supposed to be very fast. It, does get a pretty damn decent special, so it can definitely hold its own up against pretty much anything. Even, even running across a, say, a flying type, or a poison type, another grass type, something that it wouldn't be very effective against, it does still have that wrap move to, just wrap something up, quite literally, and make sure it can't move, can't use super effective moves, and then win. Then we have Diglett. Whew. Diglett is actually really good ground type. I mean, hell, like that idiot back in Cerulean City wanting to spend, a fortune on a Dig TM to teach Diglett, despite it learning Dig at not level 18, but level 19. I think I accidentally said level 18 back in Cerulean City. But, whatever. I made a mistake. Not the first time, not the last time. I guarantee it. But, Diglett does evolve, somehow splits into 3 and becomes Dugtrio. Yeah, and, even without evolution, Diglett becomes super fast. I mean, hell, it's almost faster than the Dugtrio constantly running into in Diglett's own cave. And, even being a ground type, learning some great ground type moves, not just Dig, I think there's also Earthquake, and then, Scratch, starts off with Scratch, but then, can eventually learn Slash, somehow. Somehow this little mole in the ground can slash. I'm not sure how that logic works, but whatever, it does. And, I'm perfectly fine with that, because, that means, running across something that, ground type attack's not going to be very effective, or, up against a flying type where a ground type attack's just not going to hit at all, I'll slash away. And finally, we have Mew. Probably the most adorable Pokemon in First Gen, and, I would put it as, my personal second favorite second only to Pikachu. And, while, catching it, at level, was it level 9? Or no, it was level 7. I gave it the 2 rare candies to get it up to level 9. And yeah. it definitely took a while to get up to level, and of course it only learns a new move on every level of 10. So, 10, 20, 30, and soon enough I'll be getting it to level 40 where it'll learn another move, so on and so forth. But Mew is actually quite unique because it can learn anything at all. Well, at least by team rage. You can, hell, if you caught, say a bunch of different, maybe 2 Mews, you could definitely use one as an HM slave. Just, I'm not even gonna level you up, just, yeah, you can know Surf, and Strength, and Flash, and Cut, and I'm not even gonna need to keep switching Pokemon. But yeah, I'm not doing that to Mew, because Mew is very, very powerful. Hell, the number of times I've used it when traveling, it just pretty much one-shots everything, and not just with Mega Punch. Hell, even just the Pound, which is the first move that Mew learns, it just, one-shots pretty much everything. And eventually, once it's, I'm pretty sure it'll learn at least one psychic move on its own, maybe 2. Yeah, once it learns those, Mew is going to be absolutely unstoppable. Just one-shotting everything with either a psychic attack or maybe up against another psychic, a normal attack. There's nothing that's going to be able to stand against Mew. And that is going to be it for this PokeTalk. So next time I'll be going through routes, I think it's 9 and 10? Going up to the Pokemon Center just outside Rock Tunnel. That will be, well, interesting, I suppose you could say. But regardless, at least next time there will be, or after, I should say, after the next gaming session, there will be less repeats, as, well, a total of 4 Pokemon are going to be caught, but the 4th one is going to be slightly different depending on which version I'm going with. Yeah, when I try to explain it, it sounds more complicated than it actually is, but yeah, I don't want to say just yet. I will be, getting to that when I get to that. As soon as like I said, just gotta grind everyone to level 35, and then I might do the whole record 3 videos back to back again. Why not? Hell, by the time my days off come, I might actually be done grinding everyone to level 35. And then I'll just, have plenty upon plenty of time to get everything done. So, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so you can always be notified whenever I might upload a video. And of course, have fun.